Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini Motorways. Let's go to Wellington for today's daily challenge, where we will get no traffic lights, and it circles everywhere because it's going to be a bunch of roundabouts, and all destinations are circles. Onward! Off we go to Wellington. Get this little red road going. Hulkamat was here first. Good morning, Hulkamat. It is Thursday, and you know what that means. It means we talk about last night's episode of Dynamite, which certainly was one of the episodes of Dynamite that has ever happened. And I'm just about out of good things to say about it. Which... Listen, the discourse around All Elite Wrestling has been terrible and poisonous for somewhere between 6 months and the entire time All Elite Wrestling has existed, depending on who you listen to and what you value in your pro wrestling fandom discourse. But, it's been getting bad lately. And also, on a related development, the product's been getting a little bit... Alright, here's the thing. For those who don't know, which is most people don't watch pro wrestling. It's a tiny little niche interest. But, here, we're going to take a roundabout. AEW hit on a hot angle, which is a good thing to have happen. They hit on a hot, fun angle with Adam Cole as the with MJF, the bastard dick top heel who everybody loved and wanted to be the top babyface, finding true friendship and love and whatever with his bestest buddy Adam Cole, and they main evented a huge stadium show together, and they won some quasi meaningful tag team titles together, and it was all mostly good. It was a lot of stupid comedy and a lot of bad acting, but it was over. It was popular. It was good, mostly. And people liked it. And listen, whenever your fans like something, even if it's bad, you should go with it. Because, listen, you're not in the business of making quality entertainment. You're in the business of making money. And a lot of times quality entertainment is how you make money, but sometimes it's by having a doofy dude from Long Island make fun of some guys from Australia by saying he's gonna do a move called a kangaroo kick in a tag team match, and then you build up for weeks that he's gonna do this kangaroo kick, and then the kangaroo kick turns into some horrible move that sucks. But it got over because the dude's charismatic and haha, look at those funny Australians. We can still make fun of them. It's not racist to make fun of Australian people, is it? Let's check the book. The rules say it's okay to make fun of Australians for being Australian as long as they're white. And then the people who have to look that up say, wait, there are Australians who aren't white and they've done a racism already. But my point is... haha, look at the funny Australians. The guy we like is going to do a move called a kangaroo kick. That's going to be great. And it was fun, kinda. It was fine. It was whatever. Again, the most important thing, it got over. What the hell are we doing with these red businesses, by the way? It's a good question to which I have no earthly answer. And now we have this yellow nonsense to deal with, and it would be great if I had a tunnel, but I took a bridge instead of a tunnel. Just a scant day ago. Less, even. So... man, this red house, this one red house is screwing me the fuck over, because if I didn't have this red house here, I could go around and through and up and... well... So AEW hit on something that was working and was over and was for the most part good, with Adam Cole and MJF as, are they really best friends? Is MJF secretly still a dickbag? Is he gonna betray Adam Cole? Wait a second, Adam Cole's been a dickbag before. Professional wrestling is long and full of dickbags. That's just true. Maybe Adam Cole will be the one who betrays MJF. Well, we know how this goes because we're wrestling fans and this is a wrestling angle, and eventually one of these two is going to turn on the other, right? Well, I mean, maybe, but that hasn't happened yet for two reasons. One, Adam Cole and MJF being the best of friends is what got over and made AEW a bunch of money in the first place. So, Sam, you're not wrong. I'm not wrong. I said that. I'm the one who said that. I'm the one who's correct about things. Yes, quote number 183, professional wrestling is long and full of dickbags. That's just true. But I digress. So, eventually Adam Cole's going to turn on MJF or vice versa, and listen, we're going to have to, they'll feud and it'll be fine or whatever. It's pro wrestling. We know how these angles go, except we don't want it to. So let us wish with all of our hearts that it won't go that way, although deep down we secretly know that it will go that way. Well, it has not yet gone that way for two reasons. One, man, I'm going to take a tunnel instead of a motorway and immediately regret it, but fuck it. Taking a tunnel lets me do a lot of things here, okay? Taking a tunnel lets me blow up all of this garbage. All of this garbage may be destroyed simply because I have taken a tunnel. We can do this, we can come here, we can draw this lovely yellow road down to here, and then up that away. You three yellows go off that away with nary a problem between you. You go off that away, you shall be lovely and wonderful for all of time. You, dark blues, can come up this way, and then swing. Oh, good lord, the placement of this business. I hate that. I hate that. What are you doing, Mini Motorways? Now, the black road simply hooks up and around this way. Alright, you go that way. Hulkamat has posted a long thing about his impressions of All Elite Wrestling, which I'm sure I will agree with when I read it in a moment. Let me finish my point and then I'll get back to it. So, Adam Cole and MJF, best of friends, except one of them is inevitably going to betray the other. They haven't betrayed the other yet for two reasons. One, they were making a lot of money with one of them not betraying the other, so why fuck it over? And two, Adam Cole's leg exploded. Which is a thing that happens sometimes. You have a dude in a hot angle and his leg explodes and it's like, fuck. But Adam Cole's leg has exploded, so he hasn't, well, I would say he hasn't been on TV, except here's the thing. As part of this whole Adam Cole and MJF are the best of friends storyline, Adam Cole's former friend, Roderick Strong, had been a bit player. He had been kind of like, hey, Adam, you know that Max is gonna betray you because he's a total dickbag, right? And Adam was like, yeah, probably. And then Adam was like, you're probably right. And then he was like, maybe. And then he was like, I don't think so. And then he was like, nah, he wouldn't do that. And now he's like, no, MJF will not betray me. I have showed him the power of friendship, and he is good now. Which means that MJF could probably betray Adam, leading to a story of how Adam's a fucking idiot. But that's probably not where they're going with it, because all of AEW's fandom wants to believe that Max is good now, and sometimes that's all you need for a thing to be true. Problem. This green circle is way the fuck up here. And these greenhouses are way the fuck down here. So, if I had a tunnel, or a motorway, or 3 more roundabouts, this wouldn't be a problem. As it is, shut up, Sam. Okay, the game did totally offer a motorway. Also, it occurs to me, I can't let this sit. I cannot let this sit for the week and a half or the 3 more in-game days that it would take for everything to get to the weekend. So, what we're gonna do as a temporary measure, this is a temporary fix, we're gonna have the greens and the yellows share a road You're going to go up that way. This is mostly going to be fine because this yellow circle is mostly supplied by these two houses. Okay? This is... Oh, fuck you. Fuck the fuck out of you. What am I supposed to do with you? You red circular fuck? Honest to give me a tunnel. A tunnel is definitely more useful here than okay. Alright, fine. Alright. Listen. It's okay. It's okay. We just need Sting. No. Wait. They have Sting. Sting's not part of the problem. Fuck. Okay. So we need to get over to here. Hulkamat has dropped his take. I will again speak on Hulkamat's take. It's probably a good take. Okay. You are fine. What are we gonna do with this red nonsense? I think, unfortunately, we're gonna have to get... Well, we're gonna shorten the path for these dark blues. That's gonna be good for them. Because for these dark blues, we're gonna come up here and we're gonna have a tunnel. You're gonna come up here and that's gonna make this road significantly shorter. That's gonna be lovely for you. I'm envious of your short road, your efficient commute, and all of that. You come here, go that way. You come down this way, swing in. No, wait. I had it right the first time. You go here. Now you two reds, 4 reds, join up to this overcomplicated yellow road. Having joined up to the overcomplicated yellow road, we'll stick a roundabout right here. The southeastern spur of that roundabout goes down this way. We're gonna pretend that this is gonna be fine. It's all I've got right now. So Adam Cole's leg has exploded, which means that Roderick Strong... So as Adam Cole has gone from, yeah, Max is gonna betray me at some point, to, no, Max is good now. He is my friend and would never do that. As Adam Cole has done that, Roderick Strong has gone from reasonable dudes saying truths we don't want to hear to jilted ex-girlfriend who is crazy. And that's in tiny, 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 tiny small little doses. That was fine. However, it's not fine in huge, enormous doses where they get multiple skits every week on television. And you see, given that Adam Cole's leg has exploded, there are very few ways AEW has thought of to keep the Adam Cole and MJF are friends storyline going, other than let's put a lot of camera time and focus on Roderick Strong, the jilted ex-lover. And... well, it was fine in tiny little doses, and now it's half the program. Did I mention that MJF is also the world fucking champion while being in the meaningless tag team titles and the feud with the guy who's the jilted girlfriend and all of that? Mini Motorways episode 488 is the one where you see why you must always take a motorway. I mean, probably... Hey, can this thing survive another day? No. No, it absolutely cannot. Okay, well, listen, one crisis disaster at a time, okay? The crisis disaster we're dealing with at this moment is the existence of these red guys. You swing down in here. It is in the name of the game. It's not Mini Tunnel. The game's not called Mini Tunnelways. It's called Mini Motorways, which... oh, buddy. Okay, well, listen. We're gonna have to make some choices and decisions. Specifically, we're gonna have to do yet more terrible things to this poor yellow road. This poor yellow road didn't deserve anything that's about to happen to it, but it's gonna happen, so... these light blues are gonna swing in here. We're all just gonna meet right in front of the yellow business. That's gonna be fine. And then you're going to come up here and go off that way. and you're gonna swing around. You're gonna swing around here, and it's great. It's great. You know, Sam. Well, you're already subscribed. You can go to your subscriptions page, and then you won't have to search. But oh, praise the Lord, it's a motorway. Thank every deity, every single one of them conspired together in a beautiful show of religious harmony to get me a motorway. Thank God. All right, motorway number 1. Get over there, sustain that business. Give me this road and bridge back. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. You've got all of the blue cars were already off on the road. Oh, God. Oh, good Lord. Oh, no. Oh. Well, actually, it's not the end of the world. It's, sort of should be the end of the world, but it's not, actually. We can just redraw this, and now all of these yellows have something to do. That's fine and good. And what are you doing, Mr. Green Circle? Why do you exist? I didn't call for you. Nobody, no offense, Mr. Green Circle, but nobody wants to fucking see you. Also, we're not actually going to run these yellows into this roundabout. That's silly. We've got so many yellows here. We can do our own yellows. We'll make our own damn casino with blackjack and hookers. Oh, Futurama jokes. I don't have many of them, but the ones I have are the ones everyone has. Here, think of a sad dog in front of a pizza place. There. Futurama! Oh, God, I just thought of the title. God damn it. Could make people mad. Oh, well. I'm shitting on AEW and making Futurama references. Who the fuck am I? You get over there. So Roderick Strong, the jilted ex-lover, has gone on a lot. And as the story has developed, it's gone from, Roderick is a sensible, reasonable person who makes good points, to Roderick is a cowardly wuss faking a neck injury. Did I mention that Roderick Strong is an excellent professional wrestler, and everyone who watches All Elite Wrestling knows this? Well, in addition to being an excellent professional wrestler, we're also supposed to believe that Roderick Strong has been faking a neck injury for the last, forever. I gotta get greens over to here? How am I gonna do that? How am I supposed to? I have 5 road tiles. How do you want me to get greens over to there, Gabe? Okay, I have 8 road tiles, but I'm not gonna get 19 more, which is however many I need to. Oh, buddies. Okay, can I just royally screw over a road for a second here? Hold on. We're gonna take this black road, and I'm gonna yoink your tunnel, guys. If only the case. Shut up, Sam. You're right, but okay. I need these black cars to. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work if I'm relying on waiting for this black tunnel to come back in order to. Yeah, no. Okay, all right, fine. Okay, listen. I did bad. So Roderick Strong, who's an excellent professional wrestler, has gone from an excellent professional wrestler who is correct in stating that it is likely that MJF will betray Adam Cole to a wheelchair-ridden dude wearing a neck brace. He got beat up in a wrestling match one time. And now he's in a wheelchair 3 months later. I mean, that's a true quote. It's a true quote. I'm teaching Sam true facts about professional wrestling right now. Here is a true fact about professional wrestling. Sometimes AEW's booking is bad. It's true. So Roderick Strong is super whiny and very annoying, and his super whiny, very annoying character was entertaining in small doses, but has since become roughly 12% of the television show, which is, okay, that's an exaggeration. He's become about 8% of the television show, which is still like 6% too much. It's a problem. Would you believe AEW has taken a very fun, cute little bit character, realized that it might have some legs, and beat it into the fucking ground? See also Timeless Tony Storm. I like Timeless Tony Storm, and we don't have time to go into Timeless Tony Storm, but they're doing the same thing with Timeless Tony Storm. Hulkamat made some good points. I swear we're going to do Wordle, but first we're going to talk wrestling. Hulkamat says, and I quote, "The way I would describe the product right now is there is nothing to truly sink your teeth into. They continue to lean away from what made them a super fun alternative in the first place and lean into a more WWE-paced show. The stuff that feels like it does have tons of potential on the show with a lot of guys I care about, for example, the Don Callis family, is handicapped by none of those wrestlers actually doing anything substantially exciting for months." I mean, a lot of time, I mentioned at the top that the discourse around AEW has been bad, and a lot of that discourse has been centered on, whenever AEW does anything that even vaguely resembles something WWE does, people throw up their hands, cry to the heavens like Chicken Little, "Oh, it's WWE now! You got WWE in my wrestling show!" But, between the bad comedy skits, which started off as intentionally bad comedy and are now just bad comedy, between the bad comedy skits and the fact that every single match has a fucking distraction finish, oh my god. Between that, and the rematches on pay-per-view, and the 6 other tropes, it kind of is a lot like WWE's product right now. Which, listen, WWE's hot right now. WWE's drawing really good ratings right now. The Bloodline angle is fucking atrocious, but it's working. So, it's not great. Hulkamat continues. "And while I'm extremely forgiving of doing stuff with some older WWE guys, and I really don't care about stuff like Big Show doing a one-off every year, it just feels like everyone's potential for what they can do on the show is being wasted, and that is so incredibly frustrating. They can get back on track, but they also haven't shown many signs they want to, and that's wild. Another problem, check the score, what slammed you. Okay, fine. Oh, good God. Okay, I understand why Sam was a little antsy, just waiting on this screen, waiting for me to get to this. Jesus Christ, Sam. Jesus fucking Christ. AEW has a tremendous... He seems like a good fella. You read the books and you're like, hey, that guy seems to have good plans. I bet you a cult devoted to worshiping him would go real great. And then you look up and it's like, oh. But I digress. Where was I going with this? All right. AEW has a tremendously deep roster, and that's to their credit, right? They have a huge number of dudes. They have so many dudes who are so fucking great that you can't possibly have all those dudes and use each of them in an optimal manner, right? And just here's an example. The optimal way to use Jon Moxley is as your workhorse world champion who holds the belt against all comers, all challengers, and has the weight of the company on his shoulders and slowly devolves into madness about it, right? The best way to use Claudio Castagnoli is as a big, tough, strong world champion dude who's like the greatest wrestler in the history of the world, who has 20-minute matches on every TV show and then 35-minute matches on every pay-per-view. and he's the best wrestler fucking ever, and everybody loves him because he's great. The best way to use Bryan Danielson is as the best wrestler in the history of the world who beats everyone and has the top belt and kicks everybody's ass and beats the shit out of people, okay? So that right there, I just picked 3 guys, all of whom's optimal best case scenario is as the world fucking champion. There are 2 problems with that. 1, you can only have 1 world fucking champion, and 2, all 3 of those guys are in the same goddamn stable. So you do what you can, okay? Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix is a great example of a guy who AEW has not gotten as much out of as they possibly could. Rey Fenix, in other promotions, in promotions based in Mexico, is a world champion level dude. In AEW, he's a tag team guy who one time won a belt by accident, but then got hurt, so he had to drop the belt that he won by accident to the dude who was supposed to win the belt in like 6 months. It was a whole thing. So Rey Fenix is an example of a dude who's underused, right? It's true. If you wanted to, and if you had to, you could build Rey Fenix to be the world fucking champion, and it would be good, and it might even be great. AEW does not use Rey Fenix as the world champion because they have 18 dudes higher on their tier list of potential world champions. And that's fine if the things you do with those 18 dudes above Rey Fenix are good, right? Because it's one thing if, people who really love Rey Fenix can be like, man, Rey Fenix should be the world fucking champion, and instead he's a tag team guy. And not even the tag team champions, just like a guy who's in a tag team that has matches sometimes. And that's annoying, but those tag team matches are great, and it's not like the guy who's world champion right now sucks. It's not like there are belts on guys who aren't good, and there are stories that are bad that are given more attention than Rey Fenix. It's just, oh well, what can you do? The problem is, when the world fucking champion is in month 9, I think. It feels like 9. It's probably only 5. Let's see. All Out was in August. It's currently November. Yeah, it's month 5 or 6 of this program. Feels like it's month 9, and that's part of the problem. But when the world champion is in month number 9 of a main event level program about his best friend's ex-best friend being a whiny little dude being pushed around in a wheelchair by 2 absolute jamokes, it's kind of annoying that that's the world title. That guy's the world champion. Like, that guy could be doing that angle, and also the world champion could be off doing something else. The world title could be on a guy who's great, like Rey Fenix, or Eddie Kingston, or Jon Moxley, or Claudio Castagnoli, or Bryan Danielson, or CM Punk. Oh, wait, he left the company, not him. But, etc., etc., etc. It's a frustrating time. We should play Wordle. Let's play Wordle. It could be Think. Could absolutely be Think. It's not, but in the moment it could have been. It can't be Night because there's no G or H, and the T is not the last letter, so it's a bad guess. It could be it can't be Point. It can't be Satin. It could be Suitin. It's the minor problem that that's not a word, but other than that, it could be Photon. Again, not a word, so probably not. It could be Stoin. Stoin, unfortunately, not a word. It can't be groin because we know there's no G and no R, and also there's a T that is not in groin. There's no T in the word groin. It's not groint. It's groin. So, it could be, it can't be Point because T is not the last letter. If Putin was a word and not a person's. I would be more upset at that if it hadn't just told me what the word is. Because... Huh. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to complain too much. It's going to be good. All right. Now, one thing I failed to mention, I do have a heart out today. I have a job that starts at 9, and per the terms of my employment, when I have a job that starts at 9, I have to be on the call ready to go at 8 because sometimes people are stupidly early, and also prep time's a thing. So, I know it's only 7:30, and theoretically, episodes can be as long as an hour and 10 minutes, which they've been sometime. But actually, no, I have a heart out and need to do shit, so we are already in bang fuck it mode, which is great. It's going to go well. We need to remember Pedro. Pedro Martinez did play for the Phillies. He was not, however, an MVP, and he was not a fast person and did not find his way onto base very often. So, no, it is Pedro Martinez will not be deployed on this particular occasion. However, we can think of some things. For instance, a New York Yanksman who won the most valuable player is Joe DiMaggio. He won it in 1941, despite the fact that Ted Williams hit like 600 that year. I'm kidding. I know he hit 406. A Philadelphia Philly who won the MVP is, I think Ryan Howard won MVP. That sounds right. That sounds like a thing that happened. It sounds like a thing that sports writers wanted and sports fans got very mad about, and it turned out to be fine or whatever. Yeah, Ryan Howard totally won the MVP. And Atlantan, who won the MVP, is Fred McGriff. I don't think Fred McGriff ever won the MVP. He was very good, but he was never like MVP. Well, he might have been MVP level good, but... Yeah, no, that doesn't sound right. Did Freddie Freeman win MVP when he was with Atlanta? That sounds right. That sounds like a thing that happened. Freddie Freeman won MVP with Atlanta. Did Hank Aaron ever win MVP with Atlanta? Because I thought of him, and then I was like, yeah, that could probably be the... Yeah, Hank Aaron's probably a safer bet than Freddie Freeman, come to think of it. So... multiple obvious ones. I must have said one of them that's correct. We're going to go with Henry Aaron. It was Henry Aaron. I assume Freddie Freeman also fits the square. Chipper Jones. Yeah, he was good. He was good at baseball too. As a fair statement. Listen, it's true and accurate and correct. All right, top left square. This is a layup. This is the most obvious choice. Roy Halladay was a Philly and a Blue Jay. Yep. 2/3 of the people who got that square were just like, fuck it, Roy Halladay. Which, listen, I understand. A Philadelphia Philly with 30 steals in a season is probably like Ty Cobb or some ancient shit. But I thought Jimmy Rollins spelled his name stupid. Did he not spell his name stupid? Wasn't there a baseball player who spelled Jimmy with an IE? I'm not making that up, am I? Could be making that up. Anyway, Jimmy Rollins was reasonably fast over the course of his career. Good for him. And Atlantan, who played for the Blue Jays, is Robert Anthony Dickey. I don't think that's what R.A. Dickey stands for, but let's go with it. A Yankee who played for the Blue Jays is a great many people, including one Ricky Anderson was a Blue Jay, wasn't he? I just kind of assume he played for everybody, didn't he? He sure did. Or at least he played for the Yankees and Blue Jays and A's, as the hat would indicate. Jimmy Fox! Double X. There's a dude who spelled his name stupid. Oh, you dumb 1900s people. Sam wanted me to use Ricky Henderson for the Yankee who had a 30 steal season, which is probably a good and accurate, correct thing I could have done, because now I got to name a fast New York Yankee, which, yeesh, historically speaking, they're not the most runninest dudes. I put an extra G in runninest, but you know what I'm getting for. Let's see here. Jacoby Ellsbury was fast. and he was a New York Yankee. The thing is, as memory serves, about 8 seconds after he signed his contract with the Yankees, Jacoby Ellsbury crumbled into a pile of dust, scattered to the 8 winds, and was never seen or heard from again. Which would make it very unlikely that he stole 30 bases in a season for the Yankees. Piles of dust are not typically known as great base stealers. So that's an issue. We need an Atlantan with a 30 stolen base season too. And there are probably more recent. I mean, there's a dude this year who had like 30-70, didn't he? Ronald Acuna went for like 30 and 70 this year. So let it be known. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go Ronald Acuna. I was gonna put Otis Nixon in this square to be funny and like go for a deep cut, but this is not a deep cut kind of game for me. This is a let's just get the grid right game. Oh, look, the grid's right. Yeah, Otis Nixon would have fit that square. I know Otis Nixon because he was on the 1995 Boston Red Sox, which means he was in World Series Baseball 1995 for the Sega Genesis, which I played the fuck out of. He might have been on the 94 Red Sox, which would have put him in the 95 game. That's typically how those things work. But I don't remember how they worked back in 1995 because I was 8. Anyway, I've danced around the concept of fast New York Yankees long enough. Shit, dude. Derek Jeter was kind of fast, but I don't think he was 30 steals in a season fast. Mickey Mantle was fast. He might have been 30 steals in a season fast. He might also have been do a bunch of cocaine and get various favors from various women under various bleachers fast. Anyway, Roger Maris was not fast. Tim LeCastro may have been a Yankee for a minute, but it would have been a minute, and you can't steal 30 stolen bases in a minute. So, it's a problem. Oh shit, and shove me in it, dude. Brett Gardner? Brett Gardner might have been... Brett Gardner was 30 stolen bases worth of fast. Would he have stolen 30 bases? Yeah! Fuck it, Brett Gardner. That sounds right. And if it's not right, well, it's baseball's fault for making me think it's right. Hey, I was right! I'm good and smart at stuff. Oh, I'm so very happy. Except when I think about the quality of the programming of All Elite Wrestling, which is still good. It's still good. Still really... Okay, listen. It is still true that your typical AEW show ranges on a continuum from okay to great, and every once in a while one of them's bad. Last night was kind of every once in a while is the problem. But hey, you know, it'll be fine unless it's not fine, in which case it won't be fine. Speaking of things that will be fine unless they're not fine, in which case they won't be fine, I might or might not stream tonight. It's Thursday, so we should play Valkyria Chronicles 4, but I'm going to be tethered to the computer all day because I have a very long job, which means that I might want to say fuck it and do something different, by which I mean sit on my couch instead of my computer chair because my back hurts. So we'll see. Hopefully Valkyria Chronicles 4 later tonight on stream. Definitely Final Fantasy Tactics later today on YouTube. And I will be back tomorrow morning for another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Until then, thank you all so very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.